Welcome to Expert Real Estate Secrets, the show where real investors share real strategies that actually work. No fluff, just actionable tips to help you close more deals, make more money, and build lasting wealth. Let's get started.
All right, Don, picture this. I roll out of bed, and before I've even had my first cup of coffee, my AI assistant has already flagged my 3 hottest leads for the day, drafted up personalized follow-up messages, and even slotted in appointments on my calendar. It's like, "Good morning, Mia. Here's your day. Handled." Sounds dreamy, right?
It does, but let's not forget. Those leads aren't just names on a spreadsheet. They're real people with real stories and real emotions. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in the tech, but the big question is, how do we keep that human connection alive when AI is doing so much of the heavy lifting?
Exactly. And the numbers are wild. AI-powered lead gen is showing, 40% higher response rates than the old-school methods. And I read that 91% of C-suite leaders think AI is going to totally change how we work in the next 5 years. That's not just hype. That's a tidal wave coming for the industry.
Yeah, and the AI real estate market's supposed to grow by over $1 billion by 2032. So it's not a question of if, but how we use this stuff without losing what makes real estate, well, real. So let's dig into where we are right now. AI isn't some far-off thing. It's already here, and it's changing how we find, qualify, and nurture leads. I mean, predictive analytics platforms are analyzing billions of data points to figure out who's likely to sell in the next 90 days, sometimes with up to 72% accuracy. That's wild.
And it's not just about predicting who's going to sell. These platforms are pulling from, 25 plus data sources? They can spot likely sellers 6 to 12 months out. And some of these proprietary algorithms are so good, nearly half the leads they flag end up selling within a year. That's a huge edge for investors who get in early.
Then you've got AI-powered nurturing systems. Voice AIs that call leads and sound so human, you'd swear you're talking to a real person. Plus, there are multi-channel assistants, email, text, chat, phone calls, all running 24/7, keeping leads warm while you're out living your life.
And don't forget the automated marketing tools, real-time behavioral analysis, dynamic ad optimization, chatbots qualifying leads while you focus on building relationships. It's like having a marketing team that never sleeps, always tweaking your campaigns based on what's working right now.
But here's the thing. None of this means you can just set it and forget it. The best agents are using AI to enhance their human touch, not replace it. That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, and I love this part. The tech-savvy investors aren't just blasting out automated messages. They're using AI insights to get personal. Like, say the AI tells you a homeowner's been researching local park upgrades. Instead of sending a generic, "Hey, thinking of selling" email, you write a handwritten note about the new playground down the street. That's how you make someone feel seen.
Absolutely. It's about using the data to start a real conversation, not just automate everything away. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you got a message that actually felt like it was meant for you, not just a copy-paste job?
Right? That's what makes a lead feel valued. It's not the tech itself, it's how you use it to show you're paying attention. And honestly, in a world where everyone's inbox is flooded, that little bit of personal effort stands out more than ever.
Let's talk about those advanced prediction models for a second. These things are sifting through billions of data points, everything from mortgage info to social media activity to spot sellers before anyone else even knows they're thinking about moving. That's a serious advantage.
And the results speak for themselves. Nearly half of the leads these exclusive algorithms identify end up selling within a year. But Don, I gotta ask, how do you handle that ethically? I mean, you've got this insider knowledge. Where's the line?
That's a great question. You have to be careful not to cross into creepy territory. It's about using the info to help, not to pressure. Always lead with value, not just, "Hey, I know you're thinking of selling." It's a fine line, but if you keep the homeowner's best interest at heart, you're on the right track.
So let's break down how AI helps with nurturing and scoring leads. These systems track behavior, like who's opening your emails, clicking your links, or spending time on your site, and then rank leads so you know who's most likely to respond. It's like having a crystal ball for follow-up.
And those voice AIs? I'll admit, the first time one called me, I was halfway through the conversation before I realized it wasn't a real person. They're that good. But it does raise a question. How do you balance being proactive with not crossing people's boundaries?
Yeah, you don't want to be that person who's always pinging someone at dinner time. The key is using the AI to time your outreach, but still respecting people's space. If someone's not engaging, maybe it's time to back off and let them come to you.
All right, let's get real about the risks. AI isn't perfect. If you're not careful, it can reinforce old biases, invade privacy, or just make things feel cold and transactional. That's why regular audits and using diverse data sources are so important. You need human oversight. AI should never be making the final call on its own.
Totally, and transparency is huge. Sellers deserve to know how their info's being used. That means clear consent, not just burying it in the fine print. When in doubt, ask yourself, would I be okay with this if I were the seller?
Exactly. There are times when AI just shouldn't make the decision, like, say, approving a deal or setting a property value. That's where your expertise and empathy come in. AI is a tool, not a replacement for good judgment.
I love the co-pilot analogy. AI's there to help you fly better, not take over the controls. Like if the AI flags a lead who's a motivated seller interested in selling, that's your cue to reach out and have a real conversation about what matters to them, not just blast them with a generic "we buy houses" text or voicemail.
Yeah, and that's how you reassure clients you're more than just an algorithm. You show up with insights, but you also bring your own experience and personality. That's what builds trust.
Exactly. People want to know there's a real person behind the tech. AI can open the door, but it's up to you to walk through it and make the connection.
Let's talk about results. I know a major franchise that used to spend weeks on site selection, just hours and hours of manual research. After they brought in AI analytics, that process dropped to like 30 seconds. They saved 5,000 hours a year and opened over 1,000 new locations. That's the kind of impact we're talking about.
And for investors, it's the same deal. You can pick great neighborhoods in a fraction of the time. But Don, do you ever worry about relying too much on automation for those big decisions?
Absolutely. There's always a risk if you just trust the machine blindly. You still need to double check, use your gut, and make sure the numbers make sense. AI is a shortcut, not a substitute for due diligence.
Let's talk property values. AI-powered estimates now use the latest data and can get national median error rates under 2.5%. That's crazy accurate. I remember when it used to take hours to run comps. Now it's seconds, thanks to cloud processing.
Yeah, it's a game changer for investors and sellers. You can give people answers on the spot with way more confidence. But I do wonder, what do we lose when AI makes things so fast and precise? Is there something about the old way that we're missing?
Maybe a little. There's less room for those gut check moments, or for catching the little details that don't show up in the data. But overall, I think the gains, speed, accuracy, better service, are worth it, as long as we keep our eyes open for what the numbers might miss. And finally, let's talk about smart CRMs. These AI-powered systems can spot patterns you'd never notice, like maybe your leads are way more likely to meeting or schedule an appointment on weekends. That means you can reach out at just the right time instead of missing the window.
I've had times where automation helped me connect with clients I would have totally missed otherwise. It's like having a second set of eyes on your business, making sure nobody falls through the cracks.
And that's the sweet spot, using AI to do more with less, but never letting the human side slip away. We've seen it in our own businesses, and the best stories always come from blending tech with a personal touch.
Couldn't agree more. All right, that's a wrap for today. If you're ready to try some of these tools, or you've got questions about keeping your business human in an AI world, let us know. We'll be back soon with more real-world strategies. And if you are interested in increasing your knowledge on AI and how it can help your investing business, check us out at expertrealestatecoaching.com.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Don, always a pleasure. And thanks to everyone listening. Go out there and make those connections with a little help from your AI co-pilot. See you next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. It really means a lot to us. Have a wonderful day.
That's it for today on Expert Real Estate Secrets. If you're ready for hands-on coaching and real results, go to www.expertrealestatecoaching.com right now. Join the community, get the tools, and start closing more deals. We'll see you on the next episode.